Yeah.
So at that time, people were not allowed to pick up due to COVID, like, safety reasons. So COVID was number one, but I'm also grateful for COVID because it made me think fast.
Are you struggling to find the perfect gift for your special person? Why struggle when you can get it at MJ Creations? Today, I'll sit down with Mwaalwa Shikongo, the owner of MJ Creations, and she'll tell us more about the branding, personalizing, and customizing of all the gifts right here in MJ Creations. I'm your host, Sich, and this is Africa Speaks. Hey, MJ.
Hi.
Welcome to Africa Speaks.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's start. Who is MJ as your icebreaker?
MJ is Mwaalwa Justine Shikongo, and she's a 25-year-old entrepreneur.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into MJ, the business. So when was it birthed and what was the inspiration behind it?
I started MJ in 2019. Basically, why I started MJ was to catch up with school. Because my mom used to go to work around 8, and I used to have 7:30 classes, and she'd be like, I know, I'll just drop you at school at 8. I was like, Yeah, so I was like, okay, let me do this. And that time, I think I didn't get a loan yet because we're still in the process of getting a loan. So we get into that, and then I bought a cell phone cover, like abroad. I got a new phone because when I passed grade 12, I got a new phone. I was like, so I took like a picture. It was like I took a nice picture. Lovely. And then someone asked me in class, where did you get this? I was like, no, I bought it. And then my friend was like, let's start a business with this, my friend. I was like, oh yeah, I think so. Then people in my class started buying their cell phone covers. Then I put it on social media, and then it's how I just started. But I wanted to stop eventually, but I couldn't stop because people kept coming when I'm like, this month I want to stop. And then someone will go like, can I please order a cover? I'll be like, oh, let me continue. That's how MJ started.
At the time when you were ordering the covers, were they branded like the covers I'm seeing now? Or was it just like...
No, they were branded like it's something new. I have never seen anybody doing a cell phone cover with a picture on. So I was like, everybody wanted to put their pictures on. It was just something new.
So meaning the phone cover you ordered was having your picture?
Yes.
So that's how it was.
Yeah, that's how.
All right, so tell me what are the services that you offer at MJ Creations?
So MJ grew up, we don't do any more cell phone covers. So we do wallets, we do engraving, we do necklaces, we do pillows, like anything, you name it. I like to expand and I like to bring out things and just challenge myself. Like if you come with an idea, I'm like, yeah, like my slogan says, dream it, we create it. So if you have a dream, let's create it together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, before I got to know you, I was wondering what does MJ stand for? But maybe you can just tell us what it stands for those that don't know.
MJ stands for Mwaalwa Justine Shikongo. So I used my first two names as my business, because I was like, okay, well, let me get a name that I can grow with, for example, Shilongo leather. It's from the Shilongos.
Exactly.
Just like that.
And your goods that you sell here, do you get them made outside the country or is it here?
Fast forward to 3 years ago, I used to order all my products, but now I do everything locally. So this is my year and a half now that I'm doing, few months, I think 9 months, that I'm doing everything locally now. So everything that you guys see here, I do it myself now in the country.
And if I have to order anything, how long is the waiting period probably?
It depends on what you want to order. Some things take 2 days, some takes a day, some takes a shorter time, but there's always a waiting list. So maybe you're lucky that day that if you order during the first week, like let's say Monday, then you probably get it on a Sunday or on a Friday or on a Tuesday. It all depends on what you want. So the productions differ. But when it comes to the name necklaces, they take longer because there's plating involved, polishing and evaporations and a lot. So it takes like more to a week or 2 weeks.
Okay, so where do you source, like for the necklaces and the cufflinks that I'm seeing here, where do you source the material to be able to do this?
I get my material from the States and then I just do them myself,
Oh, so you do now the engraving?
Yeah, so I just order like in bulk, like a lot of gold, a lot of silver and rose gold, and then I just get it cut and then I cut them here myself.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, like, which product, if I should call them products, because they are products that like is like first ordered, or like the people that order a lot of it, or that are interested mostly in.
Wow. Surprisingly, I think they all have a an average. Because we can get more necklaces today, we can get more pillows today, more cell phone covers today. But I think the fastest thing that I can give you in less than an hour is a bracelet.
Oh.
Yeah, a bracelet, a custom-made bracelet, as well as a photo frame. No, but a photo frame can, let's say 24 hours, yeah. But a bracelet, 10 seconds.
So like a photo frame, does this include like the canvas, or you don't do canvas?
No, I don't do canvases. A photo frame is more like something like that.
Oh, like
yeah,
that.
but you can have like a picture on and a verse on. That's something that I came up with, so that I can give it to you in less than 24 hours. A bracelet, you can put on a bracelet on your name, also less than 24 hours. Also, some necklaces as well, they differ because it's a plate like. It takes a shorter period, like 10 seconds, 1 minute. Yeah, just set up the machine, insert the name, and we are done.
And it does the work itself.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. Also, is it the same thing that I saw whereby you put? Is it a music?
Yes, it's similar. It's similar to that.
Yeah. So that's the one that is the photo frame.
Yes, something like that. I did it for corporate. It was an event. They come up with the ideas, and I was like, okay, let's do it. Like, so they use it for an award. Yeah.
And if I want to order your products, how do I order them?
So you can order on our website on www.mjcreationsnamibia.com, or you can just WhatsApp us on 085 20500020.
Payment mode, how do people pay for the products?
On the website, you can, Visa card is allowed, or you can EFT. On WhatsApp, you can either EFT or bring in cash. You can come to the office and then we can assist you as well.
Apart from being in Windhoek, are you anywhere else?
No, I'm mobile. I'm very, very mobile. So we can courier countrywide. We also ship internationally. Most of our clients come from Angola and Botswana and South Africa.
All right. So if I order any goods here, do you deliver or do I need to pick it up?
Most clients like to deliver. Most clients like to pick it up. It all depends on the client's preference. If you'd like it to be delivered, then we can deliver for $40. If you want to pick it up, then we'll just send you the location.
Okay. Now let me move to you as an entrepreneur, because you said you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur, you have faced challenges, I believe, in this business.
Yeah.
And if not, maybe that's a good thing. But if you did, what are some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome such challenges?
I think I don't even know where to start. First things first is COVID. COVID came in a time when I started my business.
Yes.
COVID-19, 2019.
Yes, exactly. It started 2019, just got in 2020.
That time I introduced now the name necklaces. And then COVID hits. I had like I had 200 orders that time. Yeah, that time. So I couldn't ship. We were in lockdown. So we had to opt for sea. And those clients got their things like in 3 months. Because sea took longer.
It does take
and then the container had to get full. But I was so grateful that time that everybody understood.
Yeah.
And then from there, I told myself, like, okay, let me solve the challenge fast. Then I moved to FedEx, because FedEx was the only thing that was moving very fast. So I moved to FedEx, and shipments started becoming faster. So most people were struggling in ordering things, because back then they used the cargo that I was using back then. And now FedEx is here. 2 weeks, I get my stuff. I can still deliver them around.
Yeah.
So at that time, people were not allowed to pick up due to COVID, safety reasons. So COVID was number one, but I'm also grateful for COVID because it made me think fast. Like, I need a solution. And then number two is probably the delays. Production that side. You're not doing things yourself.
Yeah.
It's so draining because you get there and then you have to work on something. And then like, okay. For instance, you want to order a necklace. I tell you it will be ready in 4 weeks, because the time it takes 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
In 6 weeks you count. And then my supplier that side decides to mess up the necklace. Now she has to start over again. Now your 6 weeks will come to 8 to 9 weeks. It's so frustrating to put a client into such a position, because you need it as a gift. And and they'll be like, no, it was for a gift. And then you're like, I'm so sorry. But the delays became very frustrating. That's why I also found a solution for it. So I had to work harder for me to get the right amount of funds so I can start doing everything here myself. So it was the delays. Those were the top two challenges. And also school, balancing school that time. Because now COVID is here. I have to graduate the following year. So I need to balance. Business is now growing. So I had to catch up.
Yeah.
So I had to balance, but I managed.
But
so
you managed.
yeah,
You made it.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
those are my top 3 challenges.
Okay. And since you're on challenges, not really a challenge, but it can be a challenge. Businesses get negative reviews, and if you do get negative reviews, how do you handle such reviews?
First things first, I apologize. You need to apologize. You apologize. Tell the client you're sorry for what has happened, and you learn to understand. But sometimes clients get to, when you're young, they bully you as well. So you have to be very, very strong. Sometimes the reviews might not even be real reviews.
It's true.
They might just be something because they feel like, oh, she's young, she won't do anything. But you just need to tell yourself, like, it's okay. You learn from your mistakes, and you tell yourself, like, oh, okay, next time I'll be able to, work through it. And those reviews, those bad reviews, can also be good reviews at the end of the day. They can benefit you, and also they can destroy you. So I always tend to apologize, and as a team we apologize and say, oh, I'm so sorry for what has happened, and or can we offer you a refund or something like that, or are you willing for us to rectify it?
Okay. And you spoke funding right now, that you said you needed to get the funding to be able to buy the machines to do these necklaces yourself. Did this funding come from the business, or these are funding that you had to go and loan from somewhere?
No, I funded myself. Everything came from the business. I didn't go for a loan. I wanted to, but I was scared, how paying back. Yeah, so I was like, let me try to just go broke. So I went broke. And I went broke, and I told myself I'm going to give myself 6 months to pay myself back.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you my next question, when you started MJ, when did you start paying yourself? Because sometimes you can start a business and it takes time. You pay the other people, but not yourself. But when you started it, when did you start paying yourself?
This year. Literally, yeah. I told myself I'm going to create an account for myself to pay myself. Yeah.
Wow.
Because basically the money was just going into the business to grow the business.
Yeah.
So I made sure that I grow the business to a point where I knew, at this point now I can start telling myself, okay, when I pay my employees, I pay myself as well. When I pay for rent, I pay this as well, delivery company, and I also pay myself.
Only now.
Only now.
Since 2019.
Since 2019. So all my funds went into the machine.
But it was worth it.
It was worth it. Definitely worth it.
It was really, really
best investment ever.
So glad. And you spoke of employees now. How many employees or how many team members do you have on your team?
I'm currently with 3. It's a male and 2 are female. So they come in, they have shifts. One doesn't come to the office, one strictly just works from home, dealing with PR and everything that happens. If we have a problem or the assistants are having an issue, then they attend to that, and then the rest just come in. But I am the only one that makes the products. So nobody touches the machine besides me.
Okay, so they are responsible for packaging and all those other
things.
Packaging
and doing the other stuff. But when it comes to the jewelry, and the jewelry especially, and the wallets, it's just me.
It's just you.
Then the rest, I teach them, and then they do them themselves.
I saw your packaging, and who does the packaging for you?
I get it from the States.
Oh, it comes...
Yeah, the ones for the boxes, it comes from the States, yes. But the rest, I do them myself.
So when they come from the States, do they come branded? Or
branded? They come branded already. So they brand it for me that side.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
So what is maybe your vision for MJ Creations?
My vision for MJ Creations is to have a whole big factory. And I manifested that I want this at a certain time of my business, and I get it. And I'm telling myself in the next how many years I'm going to get a factory. I'm telling myself in the next how many years I'm going to get myself a shop. And I'm very prayerful. So
you're going to get it.
I'm going to get it. I manifest, and I tell myself, I set goals from day 1, 1st of January. I set my goals. 31st, I tick them off.
Wow.
And I tell myself, girl, if you missed one, try again next year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see, apart from now the factory and having a shop, do you see yourself, MJ Creations, having branches around Namibia?
Yes, definitely. that's something that I would like to work on. But I need to decide on why I need that. Like in terms of now, because now we deal with a lot of different type of stuff. So I need to know if I'm going to have a branch, the other side should focus on what exactly. So I need to balance like that. But to have a shop, I need to decide, okay, in the north, in Rundu or Katima, the south or the coast. So you decide, okay, the coast mainly going to focus on the things that people from the coast normally order.
Yeah.
Because I read like, the north order basically that. People from Rundu order that, yeah.
Are the items in like that you don't have part of MJ that you wish and would like to add to the MJ collection? If I should say?
Yes. There are some things that I would like to work on. I just need the strength and the mindset and the creativity. So I come up with things on a very random thing like basis. I can sit down and tell myself, let me try to do this, and then
you do it,
and then I do it.
I've seen your social media page, especially Instagram, and it looks very nice. It's like so eye-catching that when you're looking at it, you would want to order the products. So who runs your social media account?
Myself. Myself. I run the Instagram account myself. Yeah. But if I need them to post, then they just take the phone. They're like, just take content and post. Most of the time, my assistants are learning how to take pictures now. So they take, and then I teach them like on this angle, like that, and then I tell them how to caption. Yeah.
Okay. So do you consider yourself a boss or a leader? If you say you're a boss, why do you say you're a boss? If you say you're a leader, why do you say you're a leader?
That's a very tricky question. I think I can consider myself as both. A boss because I am creating employment. A leader because I am a very understanding boss. I sit down with my employees and I tell them, okay, let's do this. You know, they express themselves, they feel free. And I think if I'm capable of doing that, I can be a good leader one day. Understanding, and I give good advice. And it's not only about the business. When you are part of MJ, it's not about MJ. You should also be able to be comfortable in making the environment very safe for you to work in. So you need to be very, very happy.
So you're both a boss and a leader.
Yeah.
Let me go back to your employees. You started working alone, but when did you start having someone on your team, like helping you out?
Last year March, when I got the machine. Yeah.
So this whole time you're just working alone.
Yeah, because the pressure started coming a lot, because now it's faster, right? Because back then the workload becomes a lot after 6 weeks when you get your stock. So basically for me, I'll just be sitting and taking in orders. But now if I get an order today of a necklace, I want to work on it immediately. So now everything is coming. One day you can get 20. I want to finish all those 20 the next day. Yeah, so it's basically like that.
You mentioned you have a list, but do you ever have like a cutoff period where you just say, you know what, I'm not going to take orders anymore because these are just a lot?
Yes, I do. And people tend to like, please add one more. And it gets like, I'm very strict when it comes to festive seasons. Like strictly December. I close 20th of November for orders.
But you're still working on the other orders?
Yes, okay. And then I officially close on the 20th of December. Because on the day November, I'm already going to 300. So I don't want to stress myself. Then I also want to rest a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For the new year.
Yeah, I cut off. Like when I'm fully booked, I'm fully booked. I don't take chances. Because once you take in the one chance, then you'll be slow. So I decide if I'm at a certain amount of orders, I cut off. Then we say, we are not taking orders for 3 days. And then those 3 days I balance so I can accommodate new people. But you can pre-order. So when you pre-order, we only start once we are done with the others. And that's also what causes, again, things to be, a bit slow. Because now there's a pre-order list, then you have to wait again. Then it's now a waiting list.
Off screen, you were telling me that you have 2 degrees.
Yes.
Apart from MJ Creations, are you working somewhere else?
No, not yet. I would love to work somewhere else, but not yet. As time allows it, then it's God's plan.
That you will work somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to talk to someone who wants to start a business and is afraid, or someone who has started, but things are really, really, really slow. What do you have to say to that someone?
First things first, don't give up. Nothing that's big started off very fast. Everything that's small started off becoming big. Never give up. Believe in yourself, because who will believe in you? Surround yourself with the right people to grow you, to sustain you, to boost you and tell you, hi, you're doing something wrong. Hi, why didn't you post? Hi, and also be very consistent and be unique. Two people can sell the same thing. Just know that you are different and you have your own clients. Be unique, be yourself, never give up, and everything will just go in place. And don't think that, oh, I only got one sale today, it's the end of the world. Everything grows. If you push yourself, one sale, celebrate it, two sales, celebrate it until you go to a lot of sales. Then you'll be proud of yourself at the end of the day.
Oh, wow.
So just don't give up and put yourself first. And you are your only believer.
It's true. That's actually great advice.
Yeah.
When you're talking, you say you need people to surround yourself with people that will encourage you and motivate you. Talking about that, what is your philosophy on team building, especially in a working place? And what activities do you maybe do with your staff members for team building?
Mostly, we have a thing that we do on a monthly basis where we go out and then we go sit probably at a park or we go for lunch and we all catch up on each other's lives and then we bond. Or sometimes, last year we have been introducing the trips, but people get busy, school. But we normally have like little trips and we all go sit down and we're just then working and enjoying instead of like we tell ourselves, oh, this weekend, let's go for a spa date, all of us. Then we all go. Then we, relax.
Nice.
It gets stressful in here.
I can imagine it gets stressful.
It gets stressful, especially when it's pick-up days. Because like 5 cars are outside. Then you're like, who's this for? Please check before I go to the next person. So we always have like team building situations. Yeah, we do. And it's good. And it makes each other love each other more. Creating a healthy environment in a healthy workspace is my biggest aim. I don't want to, oh no, Sarah is not talking to Maria or Maria is not talking to who. It must be like, hi Maria, you must be happy to come to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before I round up, is there maybe something that you would like to add to the interview that you feel like it's relevant to your business that I forgot to ask you?
Just don't forget to place in your orders.
And on time. How many days prior should I, if I need my necklace maybe on Monday, how many days prior before?
You must be 20 days to be safe.
20?
Or 20 days. Yeah, 20 days to be safe due to the number of orders. So 20 days to be safe. Yeah.
All right. So where can we find you? You already mentioned the numbers, but physically?
We are in Festus Lazarus Street, Shandubala. So you can just find us here. You can just contact 085 20 50020. Then we'll just send you the location.
Okay.
And you can come through, get a consultation. Then we can just sit and we can, create your dream.
All right. Thank you so much. And we wish you all the best with MJ Creations. That the next time I speak to you, you have your big factory that you want to
Yes, I'll definitely. The next time you guys will be coming through, showing you guys around. Like, this is who does that. Yeah.
Big factory.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right. All right, folks, that's all we had for you today on Africa Speaks. As I sat down with MJ, she said, please don't forget to place in your orders. And if you don't want disappointments, you have to do it 20 days before you get them. But that's all we had for you today. Please remember to follow us on our socials and on TV and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all from Message and MJ right here. Goodbye.